Welcome back, and we're still following up with the latest developments that is happening here in Cairo on the Prime Minister's tour and the inspection tour for different development and service projects in Minya. I'm so delighted to be accompanied over the phone by Professor Mohamad Mokhtar Darweesh, the Sustainable Development Expert. Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening.
Well, Doctor, of course, we've seen today's inspection tour done by His Excellency Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli, of course, where along with his delegation, inspecting different development and service projects. On top of that, also seeing the entities and the utilities that is being held in Upper Egypt. How do you see this development that, of course, the government is so concerned to develop more and more of Upper Egypt?
Yeah, this is as per our President Fattah al-Sisi requirements and needs of importance of Upper Egypt. This is not the first time for the First Minister, Dr. Madbouli. He was before in Luxor, Aswan, and Guinea, and several places in Upper Egypt cities. This to show how is the importance of Upper Egypt, especially Minya, for example, his last visit for today. And he visited several in the project there. One of it, the huge project related to sugar industries. It is one of the more than the 10 top sugar factories international or abroad. That is so an effective of the Upper Egypt related also to the economy, related to also importance of the industries and the need to taking care about the points of Upper Egypt and open several projects and also several opportunities to work for the youth and several needs for gaining from that to be focused on Upper Egypt.
Well, of course, Professor, you've seen this rapid development when it comes to the health care sector, of course, which was actually preceded in a different part of the Upper Egypt governorate or different governorates there, but also localizing the food industry. How does it have its own impact and reflects on the localizing food industries in Egypt?
This is impact, and the feedback of it showed us how Egypt is settled, opening several channels as our president and the First Minister, His Excellency, visit abroad related to that, to increasing and gravitated more financial projects in Egypt, and giving a hand and supporting to that to Upper Egypt, because it needs more projects, more investment to become to Egypt, starting and important from the Upper Egypt places and special places there related to that. And it's very, very good thing to starting a project there and show related from the upper of our government, caring about that and giving a hand and supporting to the project there, to more increasing developments, more increasing to any problems and troubleshooting there related to be finalized or to be on earth, finish it. And also one of handing over related to our Egypt planning to 2030 to show that on the earth what's going on related to that issues in Upper Egypt, starting from all of the city. That's our First Minister, Excellency Dr. Madbouli, try to go on to see what's going on and pushing any needs related to that field.
Well, Professor, of course, this care about when it comes to Upper Egypt, where lots of initiatives being proceeds by the government, which includes, of course, Decent Life initiative, which also this tour included lots of monitoring the implementation of the progress of different projects when it comes to utilities, when it comes to housing, and of course health sector, economy and production.
Of course. And needing to that and gaining logistics needs, requirements, operations, and open several opportunities to all of the youth and all the people there, because we was having initially that like Upper Egypt, most of the workers come to work in the city and leave them area on Upper Egypt. That's why the government concentrating on that point and initially on earth to moving and have several projects and investments related to there, and try to finalizing and saluting anything could be there to gravitate it, the investment, and having several projects related to that. And that's why his First Minister and Excellency has to visit several projects there and show that, that the government is not focused on the city, it's focused on the whole of Egypt, from the starting point to the ending point, as we mentioned in international law, that's taking care about that point, because it's finalizing, it's very increasing the economy, increasing also financial issue related to that. And His Excellency tried to pushing also the starting from the small project to the huge project and the international project to be founding in Upper Egypt, not just in the city.
Well, of course, as you mentioned, Professor, that it's this also working towards a better life, whether through the initiative Decent Life or a better life according to the governmental agenda when it comes to rural villages also.
Yes, of course, of course. And there is several trainings and cooperating with all the ministers related to that, to have training to the youth, to starting their own project, to have also for the lady to have a special, home working there, and finalizing also moving to the other point to international project or the huge project, to have several huge projects starting from the upper of Egypt, starting from wastewater treatment, oil and gas project, and all initially related to energy. And we was not, before these 10 years, we don't found most of like this huge project in upper of Egypt.
So you see, this also creates lots of job opportunities when it comes to this part of Egypt, the Upper Egypt. As you said, people seeking job opportunities outside the governorate. Right now, when it comes to His Excellency Prime Minister or His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, just focusing on this part, because also this includes lots of touristical and historical places where any development when it comes to upgrading the roads, when it comes to upgrading the health sector, of course, it's going to be more beneficial for not just the governorate itself, but also for the agenda of the government.
Yes, of course, we're showing that very well and clear to everyone. And that is, if you were starting international projects and gravitate and inviting from Europe and from the state and from everywhere to have investment in your country, all everybody in charge to be in focus in that and following the agenda, starting to any project, and with himself on the land, as we mentioned, in the project to see what's going on, if there is anything to finalize it, and don't want to anybody, to have all the investment become in Egypt, to increasing that, to initially increasing that, and we see that well with our First Minister to cooperating with all the governments related to that, because this is the challenge for the government, more increasing for economy, more increasing from projects, more youth working, more opportunities to work and challenge, of course. And we will see more, this coming of days, inshallah. We hope so.
Now, Professor Mohamad, of course, parallel to those initiatives and parallel to those projects which really concerns Upper Egypt, there's also lots of programs tailored for such huge projects and factories over there.
Yes, of course. There are several programs to from every minister, related to agriculture, related to industry, and these programs related to training, to finalize, to supporting anybody initially work to have a project, whatever is a small project or a huge project. And there is, for the finance minister, crisis management related to any project or something, to supporting investment in any case of needs related to that, any stocking the stuff or something in any project needs, whatever from approval, whatever from supporting, whatever from any other government or other minister to be supporting or to be approved that. I've been initially found that on focus on land. We see that it's becoming increasing, and also the first academy related to the president is our local academy. Related to that, have several programs to initially to support all of everybody from the sport project to the other, who need to have an investment in Egypt, to have a project in Egypt, to starting them project them there.
Well, Professor, of course, this will always leads us to very important something which is sustainable industrial development. Professor Mohamad Mokhtar Darweesh, the sustainable development expert, I would like to thank you so much for your informative call.
Appreciate it. Nice to join.